Hello and welcome to all you Scorpios. Welcome for your monthly horoscope for December 2015. I want to start with the good news. I think Scorpios want to know first about the bad news. And I recognize myself in that because I've got my Venus in Scorpio. So I have a bit of affinity with you Scorpios out there. But this is too good to put on second place. Let's start with the good news. Venus is in your sign. Venus is in your sign throughout the whole month, as from the 6th up until the 30th of the month. So the 31st of the month it goes into Sagittarius. Now what does it mean? This is really, really good. Although I know what they write about Venus in Scorpio is a bad position to have Venus in. That's rubbish. Not because I take myself as a standard, of course, with my Venus in Scorpio. Why is it rubbish? Because it depends how you deal with it. It depends, yes? The Venus in Scorpio energy in your sign, which is you, is about going deep, is about committing yourself on a very deep level, is very intense, yes. But it depends on your soul, doesn't it? What you do with it. If you go down the road of possessiveness, or if you go down the road of very powerful, very strengthening, and very committed towards what you think is important in life. Having Venus in your sign is a blessing this month. Why? Because it's making only good aspects with outer planets. It's making a trine with Neptune. It's making a sextile with Jupiter. It's making a sextile with Pluto throughout the whole month. So this is a good Venus and Scorpio alignment for you Scorpios out there. So you will feel more at ease with yourself. You will feel more valued. You will feel as if you are more magnetic than you are already. I mean, people with Scorpio, Sun, Moon or rising sign have that magnetic aura around them that will definitely be emphasized with Venus going through your sign. So, and it's not there to seduce, but it's there to be strong and to know what you're all about and to know others. You know, that's the Venus in your sign is about how truthful you are towards yourself. That reflects itself in your connections. That reflects yourself in relationships. So other people will feel more drawn to you during this month in December. And because the Venus is in your sign and making such a good aspect. So if you are single, this is a good time to meet someone. This is a good time because it's not only going to be very passionate and intense, it also has the ingredients of long lasting, you know, of a long term with Pluto there, Jupiter with expansiveness, with meaningfulness, and Neptune with the understanding side, the compassionate side. So, and if you are in a relationship, this can, you can really enjoy just yourself a little bit more and you bring that into the relationship. When you are a bit more enjoyable, people will benefit from that, and it has a snowball effect. So, and you will do that in your own Scorpionic kind of way, not too demonstrative, but, you know, very deep and very private. So I think with all the energy that was in, with Venus having been last month in your 12th house and having some difficult aspects going on with Pluto and Uranus, now you know where you stand, now you know what you want, now you know what you don't want, now you know your worth as well. And that is good even for a Scorpio. I mean, they are known for being strong, but they are not always showing when they're having a difficult time. So for those Scorpios who had a difficult time during the last couple of months, this is a blessing. Enjoy it. And the good thing about this is that you won't be needy. You won't be needy towards others because Venus is in your sign. Others will say, hey, well, he or she is interested. and benefit from that. You know, show the best part of you, and that's good. You will also have the asteroid Juno, or how is it called, Juno or Juno, traveling together with that Venus in your sign. Again, emphasis on fairness, emphasis on commitment. Commitment to who? To yourself. And then when you have a very strong relationship with yourself, a strong commitment with yourself, then you are very, very strong in your connections with others as well, and very true and authentic. You know, there's nothing worse for a Scorpion with having Venus through your sign, relationships that are artificial, that are, you want the truth, you want it, you know, the good, the bad and the ugly, let's say. And that's good. So with Juno there is this strong commitment towards yourself. There is this strong commitment towards relationships that you wanna take care of for the rest of the upcoming year, you could say. And what else is going on? There is another thing that is a bit more stressful that is going on, and that is Mars, your ruler, actually sitting in that 12th house there, which is already a bit of a challenge in itself, but it also is going to aspect Pluto and Uranus. Now this is also something that has been going on quite a lot in your 12th house, which is where Libra is, the sign before you. It has started with the eclipses. So the eclipse in Aries in September, at the very end of September, there was an eclipse in Aries highlighting the 12th and the 6th house, which is all about your unconscious level becoming more conscious. Your unconscious patterns, the old patterns, the karmic patterns almost, that are becoming more clear to you, and the possibility to adjust there. And there has been coming out a lot of truths, and your sign is all about digging extremely deep to know that truth. And in October then you had a new moon there in that 12th house, showing you more clarity. It was around the 12th of October, showing you insights. Okay, oh my God, maybe I have undermined myself in a certain way. Now you see it and you can deal with it. You know, you're not the kind of sign that says, oh, this is not good. No, you deal with it, and you learn your lessons, period. And then there was the Mercury and the Venus aspecting Pluto and Uranus, so more truth coming out of your own thinking, the thinking processes you did. You know, maybe you think a little bit, you know, you're not thinking correctly, maybe. And then the Venus went through that process as well. So you're getting to the truth of what you like, what you don't like, or maybe a certain person. And now it's Mars, now it's you. So you're getting towards even more truth about yourself, about who you are, about your desires as well. So Mars is your desire nature. And you understand that very well, that people can have such strong desires that it can become undermining themselves. But Mars in the 12th house in Libra now is investigating that. It's digging very deep to understand what this is all about. So the questions that will rise here will be, where are my blind spots? Again, I've been talking about this for quite a while with you, with a couple of months now, having all these planets in the 12th house. But you're not afraid of that. Other people would run away from that, or don't want to see it, or want to suppress it. But again, having Mars in a square to Pluto and in an opposition to Uranus shows that you will not suppress this anymore. You will, if you have been suppressing and suppressing and suppressing some desires, they will come up now. But they will not come up in a way that is going to be explosive and people are going to see it. No, it's going to come up maybe in a dream. That's the 12th house. It's going to come up in a way that you can deal with it, that you can deal with it in almost a gentle way, because it's the 12th house. The 12th house is the house of dissolvement. It's the house of letting go. And it's the house of embracing it, but and facing it, but also knowing how to deal with it, knowing how to how to change your pattern there. And you will be able to do so. So it's a good time for you Scorpios, that if there are actions that you didn't like about yourself and that were a bit obsessive almost, that's the Mars squaring up to Pluto there, then you will be able to deal with that. To see it first, of course, and then to see it, yes, that's who I am, but look, I'm not a saint, so I will deal with it and will adjust where needed. And then off you go. You will have to do some things in a more unusual way anyway, because Uranus is aspecting Mars, and that is doing actions, but in a bit of a way that you're not used to. So this is really interesting for you Scorpios. It's a very Scorpio-like month, I think, for you in particular. And you like that because you want to delve deep. You want to know it all. You want to, you know, no superficiality anymore. So that is maybe a narrowing thing going on with what you want, what you don't want, but you prefer that. You are a Scorpion wants more quality than it wants quantity, so I think that's not a bad thing for you at all. There's also a fixed star involved here with this Mars, and this is important because you are Mars. In traditional astrology, Mars is your ruler. Together in modern astrology, they say it is Pluto. Pluto has connotations with Scorpio, you know, the going to the depths and the transforming energies. So you were transforming, absolutely, but people don't see it. It's behind the scenes, you could say. You are doing things behind the scenes. And you Scorpios, you prefer that. Doing things that you're working on yourself, I think, behind the scenes. And as long as you spot what would undermine you, you cannot go wrong, I think. As long as you do spot that, and as long as you do grasp that and try to adjust it. Because if there's one thing a Scorpio can do, is to change the unchangeable. That what other people think, I cannot change that about myself. You Scorpios, you can do that. So whatever it is, a pattern that you don't want in your life anymore, whatever, you are about to, certainly this first 2 weeks of the month, you can change them. Now that fixed star that I was talking about is a fixed star Kras. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's K-R-A-Z. And again, this is a Mars-Saturn kind of energy, that fixed star there, which shows focus, passion, and a tremendous focus and a tremendous passion. So use that passion to overcome when you are undermining yourself, or if you're not undermining yourself, use that focus to bring to the light what you didn't want to bring to the light earlier, but that you are ready now to see and to deal with it. And again, with Venus in your sign, I think it won't be a negative thing at all. In general, I mean, these are general horoscopes. So, thank you very much for watching. I wish you a very good month if you're celebrating Christmas Eve. I think it's going to be good for you. I mean, the Christmas Eve is, the moon is in Cancer, that's a fellow water sign. So that's good for you. And at the end of the year, there's the Moon-Jupiter conjunction in Virgo. That's good for you as well. That's very nice, gentle energy for you. Probably with friends, connections with friends there as well. Have a good month, you Scorpios. And if you want a reading, a private consultation, get in touch. Thank you. Bye-bye.